Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, a game that came back out in 2007, and for so many people, it was the game of their childhood. That pure fun of Lego and Star Wars combined almost had everyone playing at some point. So I decided to take that nostalgia and push it to the limits by beating the entire story mode, all 6 movies, in just one sitting, over 7 hours straight. And the crazy part, I actually did this live. I streamed the entire thing all on YouTube, so if you ever want to see me talk for that long, I'll leave the full stream linked in the description below. But anyways, if you guys could please like and subscribe, that would be really appreciated since we just hit 100 subscribers. But for now, enjoy the video. Since I did this live, I had a few rules to keep it fair for myself. First, obviously, I had to beat the story in one sitting, no breaks, no excuses. Secondly, I had no snacks. I was only running on one monster, and that was it. And finally, I could only look something up once. If I got stuck after that, that was all on me. I had to figure that out. And to make it easier to follow along, I kept a little counter in the corner that tracked how many hours I've been playing and also show what episode I was on the top. That way you could see me slowly go insane in the real time when I was streaming. Anyways, that's enough blabbering. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. Running into the first mission, I had a counter of getting blown up. But at the end of the mission, I did have Obi-Wan snake out like, Fab. And then Jar Jar sniffing plants like it's cocaine. But with all that energy, he eventually ran out by getting shot at and diving into his hometown waters. But nothing could stop Obi-Wan's lightsabers from not working and disappointing his master by getting shot in the head with his lightsaber. But eventually we did get past with Queen Amidala and eventually got to the part where I want to kill myself, Tatooine. My living nightmare, running these pods when I was 8 years old, made me want to shoot myself. I always lost. But surprisingly, this time, I won. I didn't disappoint my whole family this time, so it was fun. After pulling up back to Naboo, we defeated more of these, whatever they're called, living nightmares, and rescued these 6 pilots to, boom! But I did encounter the coolest Sith of all time, Darth Maul with his 2-bladed lightsabers, going through obstacle course like a whole factory in a palace. Like, what? Eventually getting through Roger robots and little circle thingies, making it all the way to the boss battle. Just want to say, unlike canon, Obi-Wan won this fight, laid him out, but then somehow Darth Maul still kills my master, cuts him in half, and makes me go rage mode and cuts him in half. It's only fair. But with this, we did complete the Phantom Menace and on to Attack of the Clones. On to Attack of the Clones, we have a Coruscant and a horny teenager, an Anakin, trying to protect Padme. Reasonable. I would too. As we slaughter, we find our way to Jango Fett and get a door to our face because they're very rude here. Learn about the clones, learn about Jango, and the boss fight was reasonable, but as unlike canon, Obi-Wan should have just cut his head off, but a 4-year-old with a bowl cut blew Obi-Wan's head off with his blaster. As Anakin is trying to impress his crush, he gets caught, badly, and is put into a guillotine where Mace Windu has to free us, Padme, and Obi-Wan. But he does get to kill Jango Fett, causing a 4-year-old trauma for the rest of his life, as we kill an old man with another old man, but we somehow lose because these two are still alive, leading us to Revenge of the Sith. Starting with Battle of the Coruscant, I am a pilot that does not know how to fly. I am Obi-Wan, doesn't know how to fly. Not the best pilot in the galaxy. And I'm trying to collect these mini kits, and I missed one. I'm at 9 out of 10. I wanted to die. However, I did land in Grievous and Dooku's ship just to find Dooku, and I killed him with Obi-Wan. However, it shows that I killed him with Anakin, shutting off his head, and this fraud is already free. Indications? I think not. However, Grievous did kill my clone, so I shot him in the heart because that's my baby. D-Day has popped up in Star Wars. You know why? Because Yoda is doing bat flips. It is the most effective thing to do when he's chopping their heads off and going on a tank and blowing things up, saying goodbye. However, when I go see Yoda at Coruscant, I learn that my apprentice Anakin is now kneeling. He's acting like a slave. He is kneeling. Respectfully, I battled him on Mustafar, but also respectfully, we saved the day together. making sure that I do not die and he doesn't die. Burning, not a fun way to die, but I think saving together, working together, respectfully saving each other, just to save the battle of us killing each other 5 seconds later, where Anakin's killed Obi-Wan, but has to be canon, and it ruins it. Chopped in half. Not fun way to die. 2 cutscenes later, I see Padme die and him going slout, but I see 2 children. Also, I see this man go into a pure rage because he learned that he killed his own wife. And I also learned that I have finished Revenge of the Sith, which means we're halfway there. Starting the originals, I have Leia on her ship getting attacked because she has Death Star plans. Leia seeing her father the first time, dad had problems. Shoots him, gets pushed back. I don't want you in my life. That's what he said to her. Picking up stormtroopers and then dropping them off the edge gets you consequences of getting kidnapped, which I fell in the fall when I fell off because I don't know how to walk. Leaving the droids to get kidnapped and meeting our Luke. Luke is a farmer, you know? Laying down, gets sexually harassed by Obi-Wan, brings him in the middle of deserts, helps him face his droids, looks like you're just putting him back in prison, but then brings him to his house to use sexual contact needs. Great idea. Since Obi-Wan got caught, they had to escape Tatooine now, so they asked Han Solo to fly them away. I would do the same thing. I got caught with a little minor, gotta go. As we were escaping, I remember how beautiful the ship is, but the Tusk, not really that fun. As he commits mass murder and blows up the whole planet, but then proceeds to laugh in the girl's face, like it's a funny deal. Chewbacca, on the other hand, thinks he's really clever. I don't see him anywhere. No noise, but we blow up the whole Death Star. Inside, we're still here. I see a strip club for stormtroopers while swimming in their nudity. However, Princess is waiting for us in the most gayest way possible, standing on her knees, and gives me a face like I didn't just save her life. However, I do meet Dad, I do meet Obi-Wan, and I get waved at for the first time. I never saw Dad in my life. Now that Dad killed my favorite pedophile, I return the flavor by blowing up his battle station. I never liked it anyways, Dad. I was not visiting. By doing this, I killed Tusk in his angry face, and it was satisfactory seeing this whole thing bloom in legging Lego. Fun. I did earn a Medal of Honor by doing this, though. Everyone seemed to love me. Walking down that hall, seeing my sister, who I didn't know my sister at the time. Kinda have feelings for her. Can't tell anyone. Ending this off. This medal accomplished because I'm just a goat at flying. I do see the guy that tried kidnapping me earlier. The police poked him back. Great way to go back. And this means that we end A New Hope, starting our journey on Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back starts with us in a cave being kidnapped by, another one, and leads to us to our father, though we do not know our father yet, finding our Hoth planet. Coincidence? I think not. These walkers, however, like Spider-Man's idea, does go down with ease after spinning around their legs. However, what does not make sense is a robot floating in the air and landing on a motorcycle, because what is this game? Like, come on. However, I do see Darth Vader somehow not catching the ship, even though I've seen him catch many different ships, and that's in space. I hate this level. But after this, we do find our way into Meg, the one Family Guy episode where never mind. After landing on another mission that I hate in this saga, that seems like a lot, I hate a lot, I learned of another pedophile from the Old Republic. I'm seeing a pattern here. For some reason, this mission needed enemies before Vader, so they added bats to kill me before fighting a force field Vader. I do, however, see the old pedophile that tried touching me in Tatooine as a ghost. But I see this old black, all black robot, and he's my father somehow. I did not like that idea, so I fell to my death. Makes sense. I don't even know a person would die from that, but I feel like Luke has special powers. But after sabotaging us, Hondo decides to get us off this planet, and that concludes Episode 5. On to Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is the longest movie in this game, and we start off by having our favorite people, Leia, Luke, and Chewbacca, trying to free Han, as well as choking, like his father. We beat the slob and start a disco party on his boat while escaping because we blew it up. Seems very rebel-y. Saving the day this time. On to Endor, we find the thing to blow up the Death Star or destroy the shield, and we blow it up. Again, I feel like we've blown a lot of things up in this saga. A lot. We've seen very, very good guys, but we do eventually blow it up. We seem to have killed Han in this situation, but we do get to meet a perfect duo of Darth Vader and Luke while trying to kill the Empire. The Emperor. We do eventually kill him down by hunting him and just jumping over him like we've done every single boss battle and throwing him down. But this does kill Darth Vader. And Luke, I am your father, is no longer a father. We eventually reach the last mission of this game while blowing up the Death Star. That seems like a great idea. And we cut to the sequels of just blowing it up. I am so thrilled that we have done this already because we are done. I'm pretty sure he was still alive, but we just ended up burning him, which means he's now a ghost. With that conclusion, that does mean I beat the entire Complete Saga in under 7 hours. Would not be considered the best time ever, but that does mean we did beat the challenge. So if you guys could please like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it, and comment down below what game we should do next. Anyways, have a good day, guys.